Look at this city. Thousands of lights, millions of people, and one silent, universal truth. Most of these people are working themselves to death for a life they don't even enjoy. They are caught in a blueprint they didn't design. They follow rules written by people who want them to stay exactly where they are. This isn't just about money. This is about the architecture of your time. Today, we aren't just looking at mistakes. We are looking at the foundation of the prison you call success. If you feel like you're running a race that has no finish line, it's because the track was built to keep you running forever.
I did everything right. I went to school, I got the degree, I landed the corporate job, I even got the corner office. My salary is in the top 5% of the country. I have the house, the car, and the title. I wake up at 6 a.m., I stare at spreadsheets for 12 hours, and I go to bed just to do it all again. It's the American dream everyone was talking about.
Whoa, Ethan, stop the crying, bro. You're living the dream. Look at that suit, look at the watch. You're a player now. Most people would kill for your paycheck. The problem isn't the job, it's your attitude. You just need a vacation. Book a flight to Tulum, get some sun, buy that new Porsche you were looking at, and you'll feel like a king again. You've earned it, man. Don't listen to these depressing thoughts. You're at the top of the food chain. If you're not enjoying it, you're just not spending enough. Life is for living, and living costs money, so spend it.
Ethan, look at your bank statement from 2 years ago. You were earning $50,000 and you were actually saving money. Now you earn double, but you're drowning because you upgraded everything. You didn't just buy a nicer life, you bought a more expensive prison. You feel like a prisoner because you are one. You've fallen into the competence trap. You became so good at doing what you hate that they started paying you a lot of money to keep doing it, and then you used that money to buy things that require you to keep that job forever. You aren't buying luxury, you're buying chains. You're stuck because you define choice by what you can buy, not by what you can do. Let's look at the math. You make $15,000 a month, but your survival cost is $14,500. You are effectively working for $500 a month of actual freedom. You're a millionaire on paper, but a slave in reality. To find the exit, you have to stop looking at your salary and start looking at your margin. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is the only place where freedom exists. And right now, your gap is a needle's eye.
The most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves to feel safe. We call them investments, we call them milestones, but in the cold light of the ledger, they are often nothing more than golden handcuffs. To understand how you got here, we have to look at the very first contract you signed, before you even had a real job. The contract that promised you a future, but sold you a debt.
I spent 6 years in a university. I have an MBA from a top-tier school. I thought that piece of paper was my ticket to the good life. But look at the reality. I'm 35 years old and I'm still paying for the privilege of that education. Every month, a massive chunk of my salary disappears before I even see it. It goes to a student loan that seems to never get smaller. I'm working a job just to pay for the degree that got me the job. Everyone in my office lives like this. If I show up in my old Toyota, they won't take me seriously. I need to look the part to get the next promotion.
Status is power, Ethan. When I walk into a club with this watch, doors open, people smile. That's an investment in networking. Good debt is an investment in your personal brand. Besides, once you make partner, that loan will be pocket change. You think a guy without a degree is getting invited to the yacht club? No way. A man needs a castle. Buy the lifestyle now, pay for it later. That's the American way. Just send it, bro. YOLO.
And real estate always goes up, right? My parents made a fortune on their house. Renting is just throwing money away. I have a mortgage. I have car payments. I have a family that depends on this lifestyle. But the market is so high. I feel like I'm already too late for the safe stuff.
Education is an investment only if it produces a return. For most, a degree is a luxury item, masquerading as an asset. You traded 6 years for a credential. The bank speculated on your labor. Now look at your mortgage. At a 7% interest rate on an $800,000 home, you will pay back over $1.9 million. You are giving the bank $1.1 million in pure interest. You are working for a whole decade just to give the bank a gift. Renting is paying for shelter. A mortgage is paying for shelter plus a massive interest carry. If the market drops 10%, your equity vanishes, but your debt stays. That is a heavy anchor.
As the traps close in, the air gets thinner. But the most dangerous traps are the ones you can't see on a price tag. To escape, you don't need a bigger shovel, you need a different map. Most people spend their lives trying to solve a math problem with the wrong tools.
The wealthy earn capital gains. You earn active income, the most heavily taxed money in existence. You are taxed for the complexity of your job, while the wealthy are rewarded for the simplicity of their ownership.
Get a side hustle. Flip some NFTs. Rocket Pepe coin is the future. I saw a guy on TikTok turn $1,000 into $1 million in 2 days. If you don't get in now, you're going to be working at a desk while I'm on my yacht. Diamond hands. Don't be a paper-handed loser. Taxes are just the price of admission, bro. Work 100 hours a week if you have to. Sleep is for when you're dead.
Taxes are just taxes. I can't change them. And I don't have time for a side hustle. I work 80 hours already. Sell the Porsche, live in a normal neighborhood. My friends would think I've lost everything. My family would think I'm failing.
Step 1. Audit the ego. Sell the car. Move. Most people are addicted to the validation of strangers. Are you brave enough to be boring for 5 years so you can be free for 50? Step 2. Kill the parasites. High-interest debt is a cancer. Step 3. Build the Freedom Fund. This gives you the power to say no.
Why let the money sit there in a freedom fund when you could put it all on red? Live a little, man. Don't let Buck turn you into a robot who counts pennies. Just send it.
Step 4. Accumulate boring assets. Land, index funds, small businesses. They produce cash while you sleep. Step 5. Transition to time ownership. Once assets cover survival, you stop working for money. You work for meaning. You buy back your Mondays. The best time to start was 15 years ago. The second best time is right now.
I'm 35. I feel like I've already wasted the best part of my life building someone else's empire. I'm tired of being the delivery man. I'm tired of working for the bank and the landlord. How do I break the traps? I want to buy back my Mondays. I want to know where the margin is.
The architecture of freedom isn't built with granite and gold. It's built with discipline, margin, and the courage to look different in a world of clones. The blueprint is in your hands. Will you stay in the penthouse prison, or will you walk out into the unknown where freedom actually lives? Subscribe to Rich Dog, Poor Ethan. Your exit plan starts with the next decision you make. Don't wait for Monday. Start now.